Um, Before I go with Seoul Peace Prize, I briefly introduce Professor Lakhvinder Singh. He is a very important person today who organized this event. So Professor Lakhvinder Singh, known as father of India-Korea Strategic Partnership, for the pioneering role he has played in the evolution of this relationship, is chairman of India-Korea Business and Policy Forum in Seoul. He is also the director of the Peace Program at the Asia Institute with Professor Emmanuel Pastorage in Seoul, and has the Korean Peace Movement, which is working in the area of peace and conflict resolution in Korea. Dr. Singh holds 2 doctorates, one in Korean Studies from Sungkyungan University in Seoul, Korea, and the other in International Politics from Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi, India. He also received a senior fellowship from Harvard University in the practice of trade policy in the United States. Professor Singh is a central figure in Korea-India relations and was recently honored with honorary citizenship by Seoul government. Professor Singh has more than 20 years of experience living in Korea and is well known in business and academic circles. He has more than 200 published papers and articles to his credit. His journal, the Asia Pacific Business and Technology Report, is an important source of information about contemporary business in Korea. In 2014, he published a book entitled South Korea-India Strategic Cooperation. Let's give him a big clap for Professor Lakhvinder Singh for his hard work for Korea-India, the peace movement, and his wonderful work. Before our presentation, I'm going to introduce about Seoul Peace Prize. What is Seoul Peace Prize? And why the Seoul Peace Prize Foundation has chosen the Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the winner of 2018 Seoul Peace Prize winner. So I will ask anybody here. Okay. So is there anybody who's going to tell me briefly what you know about Seoul Peace Prize?
For peace?
Yeah, Seoul Peace Prize. So first, what is the Seoul Peace Prize?
Prize for peace?
It was actually started for some Olympic Games, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
1990.
South Korea had its Summer Olympic Games in 1988. Correct. Mm-hmm.
In order to, I think, I have read some articles trying to celebrate that event. So Peace Prize, actually the foundation was started. We started the event every year. And I think 2 or 3 people from Seoul Peace Prize also got a Nobel Peace Prize.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we give him a big Good job, good job. He did his research. He did his homework. Perfect. What's your name, sir?
My name is Krishna Gopal.
Okay. So I wanted to make a photocopies for everybody, but unfortunately I could not, so I need to apologize for it. So I'm going to tell you about the background information of Seoul Peace Prize. The Seoul Peace Prize was established in 1990 to commemorate the success of the 24th Olympic Games held in Seoul in Republic of Korea. An event in which, do you know how many countries participated in
160?
160 nations, bingo, across from the world, creating harmony and friendship and worldwide atmosphere of peace and reconciliation. The Seoul Peace Prize was established to crystallize the Korean people's yearning for peace on the Korean Peninsula and in the rest of the world. The Seoul Peace Prize has been awarded biannually to those individuals. I'm going to make a quick quiz here. Do you know who were the previous recipients of the Seoul Peace Prize? We know it. We all of us we know that 2018 the winner is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But before, how many other recipients and who are? Anybody you know who have got Seoul Peace?
Tell us.
You can tell me.
I think
Ban Ki-moon, yes, correct.
I just remember his name. I will first. His name was Juan from Spain. He was the first recipient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, good job.
His name was Samaritz.
So, Seoul Peace Prize has been awarded who have made their mark through contributions to the harmony of mankind, reconciliation between nations, and to world peace. Past laureates include distinguished global personalities like the former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, and renowned international relief organizations like Doctors Without Borders and Oxfam. Do you know how many applications does the Seoul Peace Foundation receive before they finally choose only one person or one organization? After assessing over 100 candidates proposed by over 1,300 nominators from around the world, the award committee decided to bestow the prize on Prime Minister Modi, calling him the perfect candidate for the 2018 Seoul Peace Prize. Let's give a big hand. And now my question is, why? You get a brief idea, but why specifically does the Seoul Peace Prize Foundation have chosen Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a recipient of 2018 Seoul Peace Prize? Why? Something that
Because the policies he has taken in the economy, the strong steps that he has taken in the economy, because of that, so we have chosen the recipient.
Okay, great student, great job. Anybody else? Maybe the gentleman over there in behind? Why do you think the Seoul Peace Prize Foundation have chosen the Prime Minister Modi as the winner for 2018?
I came because I wanted to learn why he received the prize, so I'm looking forward to learn why.
Okay, how about the gentleman next to you?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, you are ready to learn, so here you go. Number one, Seoul Peace Prize Committee has decided to confer the 2018 Seoul Peace Prize on Prime Minister Narendra Modi in recognition of his dedication to improving international cooperation, raising global economic growth, accelerating the human development of the people of India by fostering economic growth in the world's fastest growing large economy, and furthering the development of democracy through anti-corruption and social integration efforts. Number 2, while awarding the 2018 Seoul Peace Prize, the award committee recognized Prime Minister Modi's contributions to the growth of the Indian and global economies, crediting Modinomics. Have you heard Modinomics? Yeah, so Modinomics for reducing social and economic disparity between the rich and the poor. The committee lauded the Prime Minister's initiatives to make the government cleaner through anti-corruption measures and demonetization. The committee also credited Prime Minister for his contribution towards regional and global peace through a proactive foreign policy with the countries around the world under the Modi Doctrine. So we have the words Modinomics and Modi Doctrine. And the act is the policy. Prime Minister Modi is the 14th recipient of this Seoul Peace Prize award. So he's 14th. And number 3, expressing his gratitude for the prestigious honor and in light of India's deepening partnership with the Republic of Korea. Prime Minister Modi has accepted the award. The award will be presented by the Seoul Peace Prize Foundation at a mutually convenient time. And the time is going to come very soon, in this month. And one thing that I just would like to briefly mention here, ACT is the policy. Anybody knows about ACT is the policy? I did briefly research about ACT is the policy. Before ACT is the policy, there was a Look East policy of India. So Look East policy of India was launched by the former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao in 1991. The main focus of this policy was to shift the country's trading focus from the West and neighbors to the booming Southeast Asian countries. And this policy continues till the formation of NDA government in 2014. So if you are an Indian, you know the NDA government. What does it? NDA government?
National Democratic Alliance.
National Democratic Alliance. So NDA government in 2014. This policy, since the formation of the new government in the center, the government upgraded to ACT is the policy. So ancestor of ACT is the policy is Look is the policy. So the ACT is the policy was launched at the East Asia Summit in Myanmar in November 2014. So the key differences between Look is the policy and ACT is the policy is as follows. The focus of the Look is the policy was to increase economic integration with the Southeast Asian countries, and the area was just confined to Southeast Asia only. On the other hand, the focus of the ACT is the policies not just economic integration, but security integration as well. And focused area increased not just the Southeast Asian countries, but plus East Asia, including Korea. And this is interesting, so I'll just mention this. So experts say that under the act is the policy, the government is relying on the 3 C's. And the 3 C's means, do you guess any idea of the 3 C's? 3 C's. Something, the words that start with the C.
Commerce?
Commerce, good job. And 2 more, starting with the C. I guess that the principles of this act is the policy, the 3 C's. No cooperation.
No cooperation.
Commerce and the other 2, starting with the C.
Construction?
No construction.
Computer science?
No. Remember that different from the look is the policy, this act is the policy, not just the integration of economic, but the security integration as well. So culture. Yeah. So culture and commerce and 1 more, starting with the C. Remember that not just only the southeastern countries, include East Asia and more neighboring countries. Something similar with the collaboration.
Cooperation.
We already have cooperation.
Conciliation.
We need connect the word, right? So connectivity. So the 3 C's is culture, connectivity, and commerce to develop better relations with the neighboring countries. Okay, I think what I hear as act is the policy. It's interesting because the President Moon Jae-in, the South Korean government, the main diplomatic, the policy is called the New Southern Policy, including Southeast Asian countries and including India. And India also has the counterpart, the similar ideas with the diplomatic ideas and policies with the activist policy. That's very interesting. Okay, I think that's the end of my presentation, and I will ask somebody else to talk. Thank you.